Usually I don't post. Usually I don't post, but I want the world to know. Time to pull the drop tops out. Summer nights, it's a vibe, yeah. We've been keeping it in the house. Netflix and chillin', I GDM'in', yeah. Didn't wanna share my love till I found someone I'm sure of. Young and untamed, I've been out of range, keeping it low, but I wanna be bold with it. Don't care who we told about it. Wow, baby, got a hold on it. Don't let love unfold tonight. They'll be calling us gold. No lies, so fair with it. You can let them stare at it. Now I'm prepared for it. Instead of love out loud, since we ain't going nowhere. So tonight, baby, meet me. Timing's right, so right. Our romance to be, can't deny. Love the things we do when it's just us two. But tonight, baby, meet me outside. Usually I don't post. Usually I don't post, but I want the world to know. I'm a good catch, but I never let him catch me. No, I never let him claim me. Wild thing try to tame me, but you got my mood on sunshine. Let's take a trip, souls on big smile. Let's hit this lake, stars are in line. I'm posted, lay with me in the moonlight. I wanna be bold with it. Don't care who we told about it. Wow, baby, got a hold on it. Don't let love unfold tonight. They'll be calling us gold. No lies, so rare with it. You can let them stare at it. Now I'm prepared for it. Instead of love out loud, since we ain't going nowhere. So tonight, baby, meet me. Timing's right, so right. Our romance to be, can't deny. Love the things we do. But tonight, baby, meet me outside. Outside.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Kia Janae, Pretty V Vlogs, and I'm here with another video. On this channel, we do all things glam, all things decor, shopping, and more. If you're already subscribed to my channel, thank you for doing so. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel, you need to go ahead and do that because you're gonna like it. And if you're not subscribed at this point, I don't know what you're doing. So y'all, it's Tuesday, and what is today? What is Tuesday? September the 9th. The time is now 6:46, and I just got finished eating dinner. I made some quick spaghetti and meatballs. Ate that. Hubby's still at work. Someone ended up calling out, and he ended up staying the extra shift. So he actually doesn't get off until 11 tonight, which means he probably won't be home until about 12 at the latest, I'm thinking. But I'm pretty sure by then I will be in bed knocked out, unless he calls me and tells me he needs me to come pick him up. Then, I don't know, I may lay down, take a quick nap so that, I'll be able to run out and go get him. But today was a doozy at work. I ain't gonna talk too much about that no more because I've come to the realization that that's gonna be what it's gonna be. And I can only do what I can do. So I'm gonna just leave it there. Yeah, but I did end up bringing work home with me, which I did as soon as I got in. I'm almost finished that. I have like 2 more things to do, which I may just pack it up and just do that in the morning. But they got more than their money's worth out of me today. I went in, it was like 6:30 by the time excuse me, y'all. Take 2. So I went in today. It was about 6:30 when I got there. And normally I get off at like 2. Normally I get off at 2. I float into work anywhere between like 5:30 and at the latest, I try to get there at 7. But I normally end up leaving at 2 o'clock, maybe sometimes 2:15, 2:30. But anywho, I didn't leave until like almost 4 o'clock today. I think to be exact, it was like 3:54 when I left because, you know, still training the new intern they have there that's helping out with the front desk work. But he's only there Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, yeah, I said I ain't going to get into all of that. But they got their money's worth out of me today. And I ended up bringing work home. It's been maybe a little bit over an hour worth of work that I've done since I've been home. So that's why I say I might just go ahead and those last few things I need to finish, that might just be left for the morning because I'm over it. So what else I need to tell y'all? Don't plan on doing too much tonight. I'll probably keep this vlog open. I'm thinking maybe for the rest of the week or at least up till Friday. Or at least till Friday. But I got a package. And I promise you, this is the last package. Well, the last package from Fashionnova. Yeah, this is the last package from Fashionnova. But I ordered a couple of more things because they had that 50% off sale. I think the first time I ordered, it was either 40% off everything or it was a buy one, get one free. I can't remember. But this time around, they had a 50% off sale. So it was a couple of more items that I didn't get the last time that I saw on there. And I was like, you know what? I'm about to get this. I know it's like this cute, or at least it looked cute on the website. It was this 2-piece jean short set. It was like just the shorts and then a jacket type shirt. What do they call those? Shackets that went with it. It was a jumpsuit. I think like a little formal dress just to give me a little option when we go to like dinner or if we do anything, you know, extra or fancier than just the average everyday stuff. Like when we go out to dinner or one of the like more fancier upscale restaurants on a cruise, just give myself another option of something to wear. So I know it's something formal in there. And then it's like maybe one or two other things, but I'm going to open that with y'all tonight. Let me go ahead and I'm going to jump into that. And again, when I open it, I'm going to try the stuff on, but not as I'm talking to y'all and showing y'all. Y'all will see like a clip of whatever I try on somewhere in the video. And if I don't forget, I'm going to leave the link for everything that I got in the description of this video. So let's go in here and open up this Fashionnova package. All right, y'all. So we have our Fashionnova package. Let's get her open. She kind of big, but I know I ain't get that much stuff. All right, so, I forgot all about this. So the first item is this little like crochet dress that I ordered that was really, really cute. This one is called, Lord help me with this small writing. This one is called, I don't know, I can't see it, light dim in here. My eyes ain't what they used to be, and I'm gonna insert the name right here. That's what she called, whatever's right here. So, like I said, it's a crochet dress. And in the picture, it was like knee length. So hopefully it's at least knee length on me. I wasn't trying to get a mini. But this is what she's looking like. And you see it ties halters around the neck. And again, I'm going to try all this stuff on. And at some point in this video while I'm talking about it, you're going to see it in the video on me. But yep, ties around the neck. And I don't know if she's going to come to my knee, but it's cute. I'm liking the colors. I'm definitely going to take this on the cruise with me. And if I don't wear it as a dress, it'll just be used as like a bathing suit cover-up. So that's that one. Y'all look a little blurry. Hold on. I don't know. Whoops. Is that better? Let's see. Okay, here we go. Next item, I think this is that denim shorts that I was telling y'all about. Can I see the writing on this? No, I can't. So once again, the name of it will be right here. And you'll see a picture of me or a video of me with it on. But this is item number 2. And yep, this is the denim short set. This is the shirt or jacket or shacket or whatever you want to call it. Button up the front. And then these are the shorts. And I think these were like an extra large. Let me see. I don't know. I can't remember the size. Normally I order an extra large, or if it's something that has a lot of stretch to it, I can sometimes do a large. But I think this was an extra large. I can't even see that on the pack. So we're going to move on. Oh, it's an extra large. The jacket says extra large. Is the name on here? Looks like Audrey denim short set. But either way, y'all would have seen it right here. So that's the shacket. That's the shorts. Definitely taking this on the cruise. And I will probably just wear this open, if I even wear it, depending on the day I wear it. And depending on how hot it is, I may just do the shorts and like a t-shirt, or the shorts and maybe like a bodysuit underneath. And then if it's, you know, chilly, I can put this over top, open up the buttons, and just wear it open. But really good quality, like real denim. It's not too heavy, but it's definitely not too light. These shorts look kind of big. Now, I ordered an extra large because I knew that I wanted the jacket or the shacket to not be super, you know, tight fitting on me. I wanted it to more so fit like a jacket, but these shorts, I don't know. And then I think in the reviews, it was saying it didn't have a lot of stretch to them or something. So, which it doesn't. So hopefully they're not too big. But that's the second outfit, the 2-piece short set. The next item, this is the dress I was telling you guys about. Name of it will be right here. So this looks really, really little. Now it did say it was supposed to be like a mini, like swing type dress. So we're going to try it on and see what she looking like. But this too is a extra large. Trying to see where the zipper is. It's a zipper here on the side. And it's like a copper metallic-y color, as you guys can see. Has a nice lining underneath. And she has a little bit of weight to her. So, I mean, it feels like good quality, but if I do end up wearing this, I'll definitely have to put some shorts underneath. Because if I'm walking, wind blow the wrong way, I already know. All that's in the back is going to be on the outside looking at everybody. And we ain't trying to do that. So, this is outfit number 3. Next outfit. Oh, this is not an outfit. This is actually a t-shirt. I ain't need no more daggone t-shirts, but it was just something about this one I liked. Because of Bob Marley being on it. And then I like the colors, the red, white, and black. So I went on and picked this up, and I think I got a large in this. This is a large. So pick that up. And if I don't end up wearing the jacket with this 2-piece short outfit, I may just wear the shorts and the shirt together. Now on to the next item. This is, what is this? I don't remember. I don't remember ordering these. Maybe I did. Some more cargo shorts. I don't remember ordering these. These are a size 13. I mean, they're cute. They're cute. I like the pockets. I like the color. But I recently bought some similar to this, I feel like, from when I was in Burlington, I think. And I've worn them maybe like once since I bought them. But they look similar to this. I don't know why I would put these in my cart. I must have been tripping. But we're going to try them on and we're going to see how they look like, what they look like and how they feel. But I don't know if I'm going to take these on a trip with me. These might just be packed away for next summer. Moving too fast. Oh, this one right here. Okay, so this next outfit is a jumpsuit that I have been actually eyeballing during the course of my last couple of orders from Fashionnova. And I kept bouncing back and forth as to whether or not I wanted to get it, because this one didn't have an exact, any exact information as far as the inseam. For me, when it comes down to tall girl friendly stuff, I feel like if you're a tall girl, you need to be at least 5'10", maybe 5'9", but I more so say 5'10" and taller to be considered a tall girl. Now with Fashionnova, when you look under their product description of certain items, like the pants, the jumpsuits, so forth, they'll sometimes list, or they normally list the inseam. So that's where I go and I look, unless I am searching on their site for specific tall, tall like jeans, and then it'll pull up everything in that category. And normally when you search tall, whatever they pull up, normally the inseams are actually like 34, 35, 36, 37 inches. Which on the shorter side, I prefer 34-inch inseam when it comes to jeans, jumpsuit. That's on the shorter side. But I prefer 35 to 37. Because I said before, whenever I'm wearing a jumpsuit or jeans, I don't necessarily like you to be able to see my feet when I'm standing. I prefer for my feet to show as I walk. That's my preference. But you have people on there who are leaving their reviews, and I've come across a few. Hold on, let me take this off. I'm sorry, y'all. I can feel this just sliding back. Okay. And I'm not bald headed. I do have hair. It's just pulled back and it's blonde. Anywho. So, well, I am a little bald headed because it's short, but I do have some hair right here. But anywho, what was I saying? Oh yeah, but I've seen girls who leave reviews on that site and they'll put in the review, oh, I'm 5'6", it's tall girl friendly. How would you know? Or they'll say, I'm 5'6", 5'5", and this is tall girl friendly because it comes down to my feet. Okay, but that's not tall girl friendly, because if you're 5'6" and you put on something that comes down to your feet, that touches your feet, and I put it on, that's going to probably come to my calf. It's probably going to come to my calf. So, you got to kind of look at the reviews on top of the product or item description. So, saying all of that to say, the reviews for this outfit right here, for this jumpsuit, it was a little confusing back and forth to me. So I kept it in my cart, but I kept like going back and thinking about it, saying, I don't know, might be too short. And I don't like to send stuff back. So I just went through and I read more reviews, and I was like, I think I came across somebody who was like 5'9", 5'10", and they said that it was tall girl friendly because it came to their feet. So if that's the case, then it'll work for me. But I just thought this thing was so cute. Every time I looked at it, it's just something. Y'all might think it's ugly because of the pattern, but it's something about the pattern that grabbed me too. And plus, it's a jumpsuit. I love me a jumpsuit. So this is her right here. Stretchy top. I got this in a extra large. Nice wide leg. Feels good. Quality material. And she does have a lining underneath. So hopefully this is actually tall girl friendly. Holding it up to where I think I might be. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to try it on and put it right here. But I just thought this was the cutest thing. So hopefully I can fit it, because if I can't, I think my mom is like a little bit shorter than me. I may see if she want it and give it to her, because again, I don't like sending nothing back. Pray for this, y'all, because I really like this jumpsuit. But if she ain't long enough, I just can't. I can't be looking like I'm in the flood with certain things. Like, maybe I'm just weird like that, but it got to be a certain length for me. It got to be a certain length. Or it looks, I don't know. I don't like it. So I have 2 more items. This next item, this is a jumpsuit. This baby was cute. Definitely taking this on a cruise. It's a size extra large, and in the reviews, it said it was tall girl friendly from some tall girls. And I believe the product detail description said the inseam was either a 36 or 30, 35 or 36. So she should be pretty tall. But this is the jumpsuit here. And this is a nice soft, like, not silky, but I don't know what kind of material this is, but it's soft to the touch. Nice and flowy, wide leg. And this is the front here. No, this is the front. Right here. Straps. It has the cute detail in the middle. Hopefully I don't have an issue with this holding my boobs in here, because this look a little, I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to try it on. But this is so cute. And this is definitely, yes, this is definitely long from what I can see. So we're going to try that on too. Now the final item. So this is like a silky material, 1 shoulder strap across here, ruchy in the front. And I believe this one has a split all the way up the side of the leg. Yep, it has a split here. No lining, but that should be fine because it doesn't appear to be too thin. And where's the zipper? There's a zipper on the side there. So I don't know, may wear this to dinner. We'll see. But you're going to see me in it right here. And that is everything. That concludes this Fashionnova haul. That concludes my last. I promise you it's my last Fashionnova order. We won't even say for this year. Because I need to buckle down. And I got like some serious paying off of some stuff to do before January 2026 roll around. And I gotta stay focused. So I'm gonna have to boycott Fashionnova for the next few months. I ain't even gonna go on their website and look. But y'all know how they get you. Because I be like in my email, and all of a sudden it starts popping up, or they be sending me notices like on my phone and stuff. Like, and then I just get tempted and I go and I look at it, and it don't be good. Because I'm always seeing something. And I think when you order from them enough, it's like they know what you like. They know like your style. And they just be like having like the cutest stuff pop up. So it really don't be my fault. They just need to stay off of my phone and my email and my computer and my devices and stop sending me stuff. That way I won't see it. But we're going to be strong. And this is it. I got to go through all this stuff I already done pulled out. Decide exactly what I'm wearing. We only going for 4 days. And I got literally like probably 20 outfits out. Not counting the bathing suits, which I don't even know if I'm going to be able to wear those depending on the weather. Because if it's too cool to get in the pool, I ain't doing that. But I was going to bring some bathing suits anyway, just in case. So I got probably like 5 bathing suits, 2 cover-ups, and then of course, you know, my pajamas. And I haven't pulled out any bras or panties yet. And I got like 1 exercise outfit over here in case I decide while I'm on the boat I want to go to the gym at some point, because I think that's open 24 hours. But I probably won't. Like, I probably won't. So I need to go through all of this, decide. I actually want to get that all figured out this weekend because I'm trying to stay ahead of it. I'm trying not to overpack this time. I keep trying and trying to not overpack, but I don't know how to do it, because it's like I can sit here and tell myself, well, you only going to be there for 3 days, 4 days. When you get there, what you're wearing is probably going to basically be your outfit for that day, unless maybe you go somewhere or go out that night, then you might want to bring a change of clothes for that. Then I try to think about, you know, pajamas, and if I want to do a gym, like if there's a gym at the place we're going to. And if there's a pool, then you got to think about bathing suits. And then I start thinking about, well, okay, well, what will my daily outfit be? But then it's like, okay, well, what if I put that on when I wake up, but then we decide we want to go somewhere else, like for lunch, and then we might want to go out to like a nightclub or a party or whatever may be going on that evening. I might need to change for that. By the time I go through all of that and all of the days and thinking about what I might possibly do, I end up with like 3 or 4 outfits for one day. And I'm telling you, every time I do that at the end of the trip, when I come home and have to unpack all that mess, I hardly wore even half of the stuff I took. So I'm really trying hard to not overpack. But it's just like this fear or this thing that's playing in the back of my head. Like, you just don't want to go nowhere and just be unprepared. And then you get there and it's like, oh, well, this outfit I bought for this is not going to work. So now what I do? I'm not one for running out to no store when I'm like in different places. And being on a cruise, I mean, I ain't going to be able to get no outfit nowhere. I don't know. I'm going to go through this. I'm going to get this resolved. Most likely, it's 2 outfits that I previously owned, 2 jumpsuits that I just love, 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 love. So I know I'm definitely taking those 2 things. And then there's at least 2 jumpsuits from that last Fashionnova haul I did that I know for a fact I'm taking. And then from this haul, I'm feeling like I'm definitely taking, if I don't wear it there, because we're actually going the day before the cruise and we're going to stay at a hotel. And then the next day we get on the ship for the cruise. So if I don't wear this jean short outfit on the flight out, and that really depends on the weather here in my area, I don't know. I know I'm definitely going to take that with me. I'm going to definitely take, I don't know what I'm going to take. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to work it out. But let me go ahead, get this stuff cleaned up. And I might hop back on here tonight. But I'm about to go in here and watch some more TV. Because like I said, hubby don't get home till 11. So, yeah. I'm going to call y'all back. Hey y'all, it's your girl Kia Janae. Why am I doing an intro? This is day 2 of this vlog. I already did the intro. Girl, get your life together. Take 2. So hey y'all, it is the next day. It is Wednesday, September the 10th. I'm waiting on hubby to come out. I got off work a little bit early today. It's going on 1:30. I left work like around 12:45-ish. So waiting for him to come out. We're going to head over to get an oil change. I have to get some maintenance done to my vehicle today. Let me back up. Okay, so basically, without making this story too long, came outside this morning. I turned my vehicle on. Didn't really let it heat up too long, but I didn't pull like right off as soon as I turned it on. But by the time I got on the road good, there was a warning that flashed on my dashboard saying low oil pressure. So it kind of freaked me out, because the only other time that I've ever seen notice or a sensor or whatever you want to call that comes up if you have like a Tahoe or like other vehicles, if they do it, I don't know. But the only other time I've seen a notice like that was years ago when I got the warning and it said low oil or low something with the oil, but it said turn engine off now, and the notice stayed up and it was red and it was making like it made like a beeping sound or whatever. So that's the very first time I had noticed anything even close to that type of a notice on my dash. So this morning, the notice I got, it didn't even stay on there like a second. It stayed on there long enough for me to see that something flashed and to read it. And it said low oil pressure. So I'm like, well, what the hell is that? Now, I have noticed probably at least over the past 2 weeks Not every day, not every single time I turn my truck on, but there has been times where I go to start my vehicle and it hesitates. I have to keep the key turned a little bit longer, but it does finally, you know, turn over. So I kind of have been chalking that up to like maybe it's because, you know, we have had some cooler days here, some cooler mornings, maybe because of with the change of the weather, maybe that's doing something. So I kind of really didn't pay it too much mind, but I kept it in the back of my mind. But when I saw that notice today, I was like, oh no. I know I'm almost due for an oil change. I am like at 12% oil life remaining. That's what's on my dashboard now, 12% oil life. So I was planning to schedule an oil change anyway. I was trying to push it out maybe another week. But I was like, you know what? I jumped on the website to see if they had an appointment today, scheduled me an appointment for an oil change. And then I ended up calling my mechanic because I was kind of asking hubby this morning, well, I don't know what that means. Do you know what it means? And he was saying, you know, well, maybe it might have something to do with the weather. Maybe you didn't let the truck warm up long enough. Something. I'm just like, well, I ended up Googling what does it mean when you get a warning in on your vehicle saying low oil pressure. And basically when I Googled, it told me it could have something to do with the oil pump. And if the oil pump is failing, I can't remember everything it said, but the part that stuck out to me is that if the oil pump is failing, that basically means is the engine or whatever is not able to pump enough oil to lubricate the engine, and basically your engine can go out. We don't need no engines going out. So I was like, you know what? Schedule this oil change, get that done so I know it ain't that. And my husband also mentioned maybe it might be the filter or something may need to be cleaned. But I thought when you got oil changes, they were supposed to do that on the regular. I don't know. But went on to schedule the oil change, reached out to my mechanic. He said that I'm able to drop my truck off tonight, and then he would be able to look at it in the morning. So I basically, you know, was telling him the warning that I had saw, what I had Googled, what it was saying. But of course, he would know better than me. He's a mechanic. But just letting him know, you know, what my concerns are. And it's almost probably time for me to get my front brake pads replaced. I know the last time I took my vehicle to him, he replaced my rear ones. And he said my front ones didn't need it. He said I probably had like a few more thousand miles on them. And I ain't really hearing no squeaking or anything, but I don't want to get to the point where, you know, it's squeaking or get to the grind, because ain't nobody trying to have no rotors and all that other mess replaced. Been there before, done that. I try to avoid it. So want him to check out my brake pads, and if they need to be changed, he can go ahead and change those out. Want him to check out whatever that notice was I got on my dash. And I also mentioned to him, or I think I mentioned to him, if I didn't, when I drop my truck off to him tonight, I'll mention it again. But just check into what may possibly be causing my truck to hesitate when I go to start it. Hubby was saying it could be the starter or it could be the battery, but I mean, I thought if your battery was bad, your truck wouldn't turn over at all. It wouldn't even crank up. I was thinking maybe it could be the alternator, because I've had issues with alternators in the past. And I think with an alternator, if your alternator is bad or going bad and your battery is good, your truck or your vehicle will start, but it'll keep cutting off, right? But if it's the battery that's bad, you'll go to turn it and it won't do anything. It'll just be like dead. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I had in my mind. Anywho, I'm gonna get him to check everything out today, dropping my truck off after I leave from the oil change, probably like around, I'm thinking 5 or 6 tonight. He said he would be able to look at it tomorrow, let me know what he see, let me know what's going on. Hopefully it ain't nothing too expensive and too crazy, because I don't got no extra cash right now. And it seems like, I don't know, whenever I plan something, because like we had this trip coming up, or whenever I think I might be able to like put a little bit of money to the side in the savings, something always happen. Something always happen, and it just snatches it. It just snatches that stuff right away. So it's just like, hopefully it's not too bad. Y'all pray for me. Y'all pray for me. Pray for my pocket and my wallet, and pray it's nothing crazy, because I really don't want to look into getting another vehicle, although I did ponder that, looking into getting a second vehicle and kind of just letting this one sit and not using it as much. I've even been on, you know how y'all can, I guess they do them like the online car sites like Carvana and what's the other one? Carvana, and I think, is it Drive Time? I kind of looked on there and was looking at a different couple of options. You know how they let you play around with your numbers and put in what your down payment might be versus what your monthly payment may be, and all this other stuff. And I think they do financing and stuff on there too. I haven't yet gone to an actual dealership, but I ain't trying to do it. I don't want no note. My truck has been paid off. I am enjoying not having a note. And I'm going to ride this, or the plan is to ride this until the wheels fall off. So hopefully my mechanic, he don't come back with nothing too crazy. But I will definitely keep y'all posted. I'll let y'all know what he say by tomorrow. Hopefully I get my truck back by tomorrow. I told my job this morning, because my option for an oil change was actually, they had to open it at 9 o'clock this morning. And I started not to even go into work today, because I did take work home with me last night, and I completed all that work last night at home. So I started to just take the 9 o'clock appointment this morning. But whenever I go to a dealership, or if it's not dealing with my mechanic who I trust, I prefer to have my husband with me, because I feel like when us as women, when we go to dealerships or even like mechanics, and if we're by ourselves, I feel like they try to take advantage of us. I feel like they try to tell us anything because they think we don't know. They think we stupid. They think, they can say whatever they say and it'll scare us, and we'll be like, oh no, here, take all my money, just fix it, just fix it. So I just prefer to have that extra little sense of security, and I like to have my husband or a man with me. By a man, I mean, if not my husband, it's been times when I tried to have, I think my father has gone with me a few times, or like that was a while ago though. But I prefer to have a man with me, because I feel like they don't try as much when you have a man there with you. And that's really sad to say, but that's just my experience. I don't know if y'all have experienced that, but that's just how I feel. So anywho, I'm gonna keep y'all updated on what they say about my vehicle. And I let my job know that because of this situation, I probably will not be into work tomorrow, because I won't have a vehicle, and I damn sure ain't gonna Uber, because I can only imagine the cost of an Uber from my house to my job and then back home. We ain't doing that. We ain't got no extra cash. That money right there can go towards my repairs, and that's what it's going to be. So I told her I'll let her know, because with me dropping my truck off tonight to him at like 5 or 6, I don't think he's going to really have a chance to look at it or do anything tonight. So chances are he'll look at it in the morning, and hopefully I will get my vehicle back by at least tomorrow evening. And then I'll be able to go into work Friday. But I did give my boss a heads up and let her know that because of the situation, if it's not ready by Friday, I won't be in Friday either. So they're gonna have to figure it out. And I hate to do that, but not really. I know that we're short staffed. We don't have any front desk, basically. We really don't. The intern is only there Tuesdays and Thursdays, and he kind of is helping out with the front desk. That's who I've been training. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, he's pretty much up front, and I'm training him at this moment on answering phones, scheduling appointments, canceling appointments, getting him comfortable with the schedule portion, because it's a whole lot of other stuff that goes along with that job at the company I work with. It's not like your average doctor's office or reception job. And a lot of people, I think, oh, when you say a receptionist, it just means answering phones. If you're in a doctor's office and you say a medical receptionist, oh, you might schedule a few appointments, you're going to answer some phones, you might take some messages. It goes beyond that. The location where I am, you answer phones, you schedule, you cancel appointments, you do authorizations, verify insurance. You have to sometimes contact an insurance company if there's an issue. There is billing that's involved as far as the therapist and the encounter forms, which are basically tickets they submit whenever they see a client to show us what they billed for, and then we enter it into a system. It goes over to our billing company, and that's basically how we as a company and the therapist get paid. So you have to have you have to pay really good attention to that, because when it comes to the encounters, that's money. That's money. And if you mess it up, not only are you messing up the money that the company may get, because we may get a denial from the insurance, they may not pay, but you could also possibly be messing up somebody's paycheck. So you don't want to do that. But in addition to all of that, of course, it's the other duties where you're managing the doctor's schedule or the psychiatrist's schedule. You deal with the customer service, people that come in and out the office, calling for, results and labs and like whatever else it may be. Pretty much it's way more than answering phones. But for right now, with this intern, since he's only there 2 days a week, I said with his training, I'm gonna take it slow. I think his internship is only for a year, so to me, he's not gonna be there very long. Hopefully they hire a receptionist before he leaves. We've already technically been without a receptionist for maybe going on 2 years. The front desk staff that just recently left, he wasn't even the receptionist. He was actually a program assistant, but he filled in where needed, basically. The receptionist that we had, they didn't hire anybody else, and he pretty much jumped into that spot and took that position. But now that he's gone, there's no one there, because when he was there, it's just so much that goes along with that position that I had to jump back in and basically do a lot of what the front desk person or he would have been doing myself, on top of the stuff that I already have to do, so that he wouldn't get overwhelmed or feel overwhelmed, because you can get overwhelmed, especially if you're somebody who doesn't know how to multitask. You don't know how to, you're not good with organizing stuff, and you don't have like a strong attention to detail. You're not gonna last in that seat. Hopefully they hire somebody before this intern's time is up. Hopefully his internship don't get cut short. Hopefully he does at least maybe the year. But again, he's only there 2 days out of the week. So all the other times, all the other days, it's basically on me up until I leave, which I normally get off at 2 o'clock. And then we have someone who kind of sort of fills in from 2 to 5, but her position is actually, I don't even know. It's supposed to be HR, but that's something for a whole nother conversation, a whole nother vlog. I ain't gonna get too deep into that. But yeah, so hopefully they end up hiring somebody, because if he up and leaves, we don't have any staff. So hate to have to call out possibly for the rest of this week, but if that's what it is, that's what it is. Right now, this is all I got, and if I don't got this, I don't know how they expect me to get to work, because I damn sure ain't Ubering. So I guess I'll be putting in my 2 weeks notice, because we ain't doing no Ubers for like $100 a day, basically, for the times that I would need to go to where I work at from my house. That's what, anywhere from maybe $300 to $500 a week in Ubers. No, I'm not doing it. Hubby should be getting ready to come out in a second. I just wanted to jump on here and say, hey, what's up to y'all, update y'all on what's going on for the day. I will probably pick you all up when I get to the dealership, although I don't know, I may not, because I do have some editing I need to do. I have probably about 5 vlogs saved in my on the, what is it, the CapCut app, that I need to edit and then export and then put them over to YouTube. Somebody, and I forget who it was, but if you're watching and you were in my comments that time when I was complaining about storage on my phone, somebody had mentioned to me about, and I had never thought about it before, they had said something, but they had mentioned to me about exporting a video and just uploading it to YouTube and putting it on private, and that way it gets it off my phone and it saves me space, and then when I'm ready to post it, I just move it from private to public. So whoever it was that told me to do that, thank you so much, because as of now, even though I have bought the DJI 5 camera, I ain't even pulled that baby out other than when I opened it to show y'all. I have not used it yet. I'm still recording on my phone, but I do need to like get that in motion, because I do want to take my camera with me when I go on this cruise, because I don't want to be recording on my phone. I may still record on my phone a little bit, but I do want to take my camera with me. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna edit these vlogs. I'm gonna go get my oil change. After the oil change, me and hubby may stop and grab something to eat, and then we're gonna be heading over to my mechanic to drop my truck off. And I actually asked my father if he could meet us at my mechanic's house. He has a whole entire like shop in his garage at his house. But I asked my father if he can I'll text him when we're en route to the mechanic, and he can just meet us at his house and give us a ride home. That way we can avoid having to pay for an Uber. He said that was fine, just let him know what time. So yeah, when we leave from getting the oil change, I'ma shoot him a text and drop my truck off, and then I will be vehicleless until I get it back. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. But I guess it'll be a good thing, because I won't be able to jump up and go to no Burlingtons or no Rosses or no TJ Maxx or no kind of stores at all. But there's always Amazon, and there's always online shops and things. No, it's not. No, it's not. See? I don't need to do no shopping. What did I just say the other day? When I showed y'all that the Fashionnova haul? I'm not ordering them no more this year, and I don't need to be ordering nothing else. I need to buckle down and I need to save. That's what we on. I will pick y'all up, or I will call y'all back. If not when I get to the dealership, or if not at some point today, I will pick y'all up tomorrow, because I'll be off and I'll be home. I'll call y'all back.
You ain't got no just for this. That thing in my head, you got all that noise.
Oh, I love you. You're a good lady.
Let's go right here.
Always ordering around.
What was your phone number again, sir?
Hey y'all, so it's later on and I've already had my oil change. I'm actually in the shopping center that's right behind my mechanic's house. I got my dad he agreed to pick me and hubby up from over here when I drop my truck off and take us home. So I think it's actually him and my mom that's gonna come and get us, but they're not going to come until like 6:30. Originally, I had said I would be over here at 6, but before we headed to the house, me and hubby ended up stopping past Aldi and got some groceries. And I wanted to take that stuff to the house before I dropped my truck off. So it was more traffic than I anticipated. So kind of held us up a little bit. So I had just retext my parents back and let them know probably wouldn't be over here until like 6:30. And we actually ended up getting over here earlier than that, because it's like 6:15 now. But I wasn't going to text them again, so we're just sitting in the parking lot, gonna give it a few minutes. Actually, the way my parents come, I will see them as they come up. So once they come up, I'll just pull out the shopping center and go on over to the house. I just didn't want to drop my truck off early and then be standing outside of his house on the street waiting. So I know hubby was like, well, we can just get an Uber. But I'm like, well, once I drop the truck, I'll be ready to go. And you have to wait on the Uber at least a few minutes. I've never caught an Uber or a Lyft or any of that where they've literally like been sitting right there as soon as you call it. It's always at least a few minutes. And it's like still misty out here from the rain. I don't know if it's supposed to rain anymore, but I hope it doesn't. It's been pretty much drizzling all day. So yeah, I wasn't trying to stand around and all of that. So I had looked back at my text that I sent him this morning, and I thought in the text I had mentioned to him about how my truck sometimes hesitates to start up, but I didn't see where I mentioned that in the text. So on the way over here, my husband actually texted him to let him know we were on our way. He said he was going to be at the house until 7, so I should be able to catch him, drop my truck off, and then explain to him, well, when you go to start it up, listen for or see if it hesitates and you have to turn the key a little bit longer to start it up, because that's one of the issues I've been having. So he could probably tell me, I'm sure he could tell me what that is. But stop past Aldi. I didn't film in there because I was really just trying to get in and get out. My plan with Aldi was just to go in there and get some salmon and some salad, because I was thinking that's what I wanted for dinner tonight, but I don't know if I'm going to even eat that now. But of course, when you go into a grocery store, at least when I go into a grocery store or any type of store where there's food and I'm hungry, extra stuff always ends up in my cart. So I ended up coming out with blueberry muffins, that loaf lemon cake I love. They had some kind of a sale when they on like their chips. Hubby bought like a whole box of chips, like the big bag of chips. I don't even know what flavor it was, but they were like 25 cents. So apparently, I don't know if hubby asked somebody that worked there or he just happened to notice or look something up on his phone. But apparently all of the tags in there, they were like big discounted items or something. I know a while back I did see a YouTube video when somebody was like, I guess, giving away like the secret things at Aldi that, you know, people don't know. And I do remember that they did say in that video that Wednesdays are the days where Aldi has like big discounts on stuff, and today is Wednesday, so maybe that's what it was. But got a whole bunch of chips, got some, I think hubby got some honey buns, so we got some milk because the milk we had expired, got some potatoes and a couple of other things. But hubby's on his way back. Hold on, y'all. All right, so hubby's back in here. He ran to this restaurant right here. Some new place they put over here. We haven't tried them yet, but it's this place here. And I guess they sell everything from chicken to seafood to subs to ice cream smoothies. They got some kind of something on their window to say bowls. So I guess probably like those bowls like Chipotle have. What is that? Quesadillas, fajitas, lamb chops, salmon, it looks like. They got a whole bunch of stuff. So, oh, they got New York strip steak served with 2 sides for $21.99. Y'all see that right there? New York strip steak. But yeah, so I talked to my daughter earlier today, and she's actually going to London. I mentioned that to y'all before. Her and her boyfriend are going to London, and they actually leave tonight for their trip. And I had to call her at work because I had already told her before she went that you need to go ahead and make sure I have your location. I need to have the hotel you staying in. I want your flight information. I want all of that. I need all of that. Now, she's told me his name and stuff before, but it don't be sticking in my head. We have yet to physically meet him in person, because I told her with the last little boyfriend she had, he was nice, he was cool until I found out certain things, which I ain't gonna get into all that because that's her business. But they not together no more, of course. And I told her, you know what, moving forward, because when it comes to my daughter, when it comes to my sons even, if they fall out with a spouse or something happens, I be having a little grudge. Especially if I find out that they've done something stupid. You can't bring them back around. Because once I found out the stupid thing they did, it's a wrap. They're gonna always get a side eye from me. So after they broke up, I had told her, if y'all end up working it out, he can't come over to the house no more. That's a no-go. She was like, yeah, I know, no, we done. I was like, okay. But this new guy we haven't met, because I told her until he put a ring on it, I don't need to meet him. So I know at one point she said that they did go looking at rings, or he took her to look at rings or something. I don't know, but we'll see what happens with that. I don't even remember how long they've been together. How long have they been together? Has it been a year? It might not have been quite a year they've been together, but probably close to. But they're supposed to be going to London tonight. She said they have an overnight flight. So I was like, yeah, I need all your information, because, and if you around him, let him know that if something happens to you, if you don't come back, I need all of his information too, because I'm gonna fuck him up. And that's just what I told her. She was on the phone laughing like, ha ha ha, ha ha hell, ha ha hell. I need that information, because the way my mind works, I'm not very trusting of people. And maybe it's also due to like some of the stories and the what is it, the YouTube like channels and the news, the stuff that be on the news. My mind goes in all different directions. So I'm just like, yeah, you better come back in one piece. You better come back. So she sent me her information where they staying at and stuff, and she had already sent me her location, so I feel a little bit better. But what time is it? 6. Let me turn around actually so I can face that way, Because I should see him coming around this way. Hold on, y'all. I'm just turning around. I'll have a better view of when my parents pull around. Okay. So yeah, probably won't do too much more when I get in the house. I already put my PTO in for tomorrow, so I'm definitely off tomorrow. I didn't even ask or inquire about working from home because I honestly don't want to be bothered. I didn't want to use my PTO because I'm trying to save it up for the last couple of months of this year because I like taking off around the holiday, which I still plan on taking off my normal days around the holiday. Normally, because Thanksgiving is what, the last Friday of November? Yeah, the last Thursday. So normally on Thanksgiving Day, we're closed. They normally let us leave early the day before Thanksgiving. And with Thanksgiving Day being on a Thursday, they give us the next day off. They give us that Friday off. So I think I normally take that Monday after Thanksgiving off as well, which I planned on doing this year. And then with Friday, depending on the day of the week it falls on, they always give us the day after off. And then Christmas Eve, we leave early. But normally if I have enough time, which I normally do, I'll take all of those days after Christmas off into the new year. So basically, once Christmas hits, I'm not back until the new year. So that's what I plan to do this year. But with me using a day tomorrow from what I have left from what I put in, when I put the time in for this cruise, I don't know. I'm gonna have to calculate my time. I might still have just enough, or I might be short like a day. And if that's the case, I just still may take it anyway. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, don't plan on really doing anything when I get home other than relaxing. I'm gonna get out these clothes, probably take me a shower. Since I ain't gotta get up and do nothing tomorrow, I'm gonna definitely sleep in. I think it's a couple more laundry. It's a couple more loads of laundry to do. I might do some laundry tomorrow. I think it's probably about time for the bathroom to be cleaned again, although I don't think I need to do a deep clean because between me and hubby, we kind of keep it wiped down. So, I mean, probably pull everything out of there, get that stuff washed up, and I'll probably end up putting the same thing back in there because I'm still sticking to my emerald green. Then as far as the rest of the house, it's really not too dirty. I could probably sweep and mop or Swiffer the floors. But
Damn dish.
do what? What'd you say?
You say nothing.
Yeah, you better not say nothing. See, look, trying to be in my vlog. Don't want to be in my vlog, but trying to be in my vlog, right? Can you stop rattling that bag? It's loud as hell. Get it off.
Why I get on? Why I get on?
It's fucking it up. It's all in your face here.
Don't worry about it.
Get it out. Jeez. Anyway, y'all, let me get up off of here. My parents should be pulling past shortly. It's like 5 minutes, I think. Oh, that clock is a little bit fast. Maybe a little more than 5 minutes before 6:30. But they haven't texted me or anything yet. What is you doing?
Watching myself off, man.
You gotta do all that. For real, Travis?
Why you gotta say my name, though?
They know your name. They know that you're my hubby. They know your name is Travis, okay?
Damn, son. Damn, son.
He like it when I give him his little shine. He be faking like he don't, but he like it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm gonna call y'all back. If not tonight, I'm gonna call y'all back tomorrow. But actually, if I don't call y'all back tomorrow, I need to kind of go through and edit this vlog because I don't want it to be too long. But I did plan on keeping it open. Did I say until today? I think I said I was gonna keep it open till Thursday at least, which will be tomorrow. I don't know. Either way, I'll call y'all back. All right, y'all. So we are here dropping my truck off. My mom and dad are actually gonna be pulling up any minute, but that's his garage there. I've never been on the inside, but he actually has, from what my husband told me, like it's basically set up like as a shop. And I guess these are some of the cars that he's servicing. I'm gonna gather up my stuff, which is basically my purse, and then we had some McDonald's teas. Gonna grab these, and I think hubby went around the back so he can try to explain to him what I was saying about when I go to start the truck up. But yeah, I will pick you guys up. Well, I already said that. I wasn't supposed to jump back on here, but I'm addicted. I'll call y'all back. Hey y'all, so it's the next day, afternoon or whatever. I think it's like actually going on 1 o'clock. And these blackout curtains over here is the truth. Y'all can probably see like a little bit of light shining through right there. But I had to turn my camera around this way so that I could have some kind of light so y'all can hopefully see me okay. But I slept in today and it was great. I did get up, I think it was around maybe like 8 o'clock, and I got something to eat. I did have a cup of coffee, but then I laid back down and I'm just getting up good now. I'm about to shower. Actually, I think I'm gonna go in here and finish off this laundry first. Then I'm going to maybe get in a quick little workout because I haven't really done anything, I don't think, workout wise since we were at my mom's house probably. Yeah, so I may go in here, get me a little workout after I do this laundry, hop in the shower. By that time, hubby should be actually getting ready to get off work unless he ends up staying late, which he hasn't texted and said that he is. So I'm thinking he should be getting off at 2. I did end up, when I was up earlier this morning, I did end up texting with my mechanic. He said as far as my vehicle, he couldn't find anything like regarding any type of sensor or anything with the oil pump or oil issue. Excuse me, y'all. I can't remember everything, but I'm gonna insert the part of the text in this video somewhere where he was telling me what he found. He did say that my brake pads were low. So he kind of gave me an option. He told me that I could just change the pad. Well, he asked me if I was feeling any type of vibration, like when I braked. And I told him, no, I wasn't feeling vibration, but I do sometimes hear like the squeaking or like the squealing sound that you hear when your pads are wearing down. So he has said that the brake pads are low, but something about the rotor. I'm going to insert that part of the text in here. Something about the rotor, if he just replaces the pads, I may still get the squealing because of the way the rotor is. So I was like, well, what do you suggest? And he was like, well, I would suggest doing the pads and the rotor. So rather than just trying to cheat my way out and then having to go right back because I had more issues, I just told him to go ahead and replace the rotor and the pad. He said that for the rotor and the pad replacement and plus labor, it would be like $385. So I was like, fine. I let hubby know. He was like, okay, Jess, Zelle him the money. So I zelled him the money. And hopefully I'll be picking my truck up later on today. Me and hubby will probably just get an Uber over there. I don't think I'm gonna bother my mom and my dad again about giving us a ride. But I'm thinking the Uber shouldn't be too much. I know one time before when I had to take an Uber over there to pick up my vehicle, and when I've taken Ubers from his house to home when I've dropped my vehicle off, it's been like maybe around $12 to $15, depending on the time of the day I go. So yeah, I'm just grateful that it wasn't that oil pump issue, because when we were dropping the vehicle off and my husband was explaining to him, what was going on, and then with the text I had sent him, he had basically said that with the type of vehicle I have, because he works on trucks and Chevy Tahoes and like those type of vehicles a lot, I guess, and he owns them too. So he was just basically saying that when it comes to those type of vehicles, because I was telling him normally when it comes to the oil change, like this time I was at 12%. Normally it'd be like down to 0 or almost 0. But you know how they say you have a little bit of time, to ride even if it hits that level, which is what I normally do. But he was saying with the type of vehicle I have, they prefer, or or it is suggested that you don't let it go under 20%, which I never heard that, but I will definitely follow that rule at this point now. So he was like, yeah, you know, you really don't want it to go no lower than 20% and, you know, get an oil change at that time. And I'm like, okay. So he was like, and if it was the oil pump, which he didn't think that it was, but he was like, I guess with all that goes into that, he was like, that's very costly. So yeah, God is good and prayer works, and don't have that issue. Was hoping that I didn't have to have rotors replaced, but I mean, it could have been worse, because if I would have had to have the rotors and the pads and then the other stuff done, I don't know what I would have done. So yeah, I'm grateful. But that's the update on that. I was going to keep this vlog open during the course of today, which is Thursday. It is the 11th. But I'm not going to, because I was doing a little bit of editing on this video, and I think at this point I'm already up to an hour, if not over an hour. So I'm going to literally shut this vlog down today, and I'm going to start a new vlog as soon as I get up out this bed, and that will probably consist of whatever I do today, and then I'll probably close that one out today. But I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. Thank you guys for hanging with me for the majority of the week, I guess. Yeah. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please go ahead and do that before you exit out, because if you keep coming back watching and you haven't subscribed yet, like I always say, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hit that button, shoot me a like, comment if you want, share it to whoever you can, and I will catch you guys in the next video.
Usually I don't post.
Thanks for watching.
Usually